Hello everyone! I've had a little bit of a technical glitch, so sorry for the delay in joining you. You'll have to let me know if you can hear me or not because I've had to. Sorry, my face is really close up. My Wi-Fi has decided to stop working, so I'm trying to wing it using my 4G on my phone. So I'm just trying to get the live stream up on my iPad a minute. Hello, Charlotte. How are you? I think this is like the first live video that you've caught me on. How funny. Bear with me. I'm going to switch my screen around. I'm obviously not going to have my face here the whole time. Hey, Kim. How are you? Right, guys, I'm going to switch you around and you can have a little look at what I'm doing. So I am working on a Deborah Muller page. I thought it would be quite fitting with everything that's gone on recently, which is quite sad. I don't know if everyone has heard about Deborah's husband. It's very sad. Very, very sad. Bear with me, guys. Now my tripod doesn't want to work. This is just my luck. Ah. Oh my god, it was working a second ago. This is so annoying. 2 seconds, guys. See, aren't you glad you joined me for my first live stream? You get to see all this nightmare stuff. Right. Okay, I think you're stable now. Yippee. Awesome. Right, okay, now my Wi-Fi on my iPad, so I can't keep up with the chat, so I'm going to try and reconnect to that a minute. Sorry to be a pain. I don't know, if I can't get it to work, I'll just try and keep an eye on my phone because it is right in front of me now, so looks like technology doesn't want to play nice. Oh no, I can see it. Where is my chat? Hi. Oh, now my phone's on loud. Ah, I'm gonna scream. I've just got some other colorist saying, "Hey, how did your live stream go?" Well, it's happening right now and it's a tech disaster, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, awesome. Right, now I have it open on my iPad so I can actually see what you guys are saying, so that's good. Okay, so as you all know, um, yes, Kimmy, I might actually have problems with my Wi-Fi because I'm actually streaming from my phone. So yes, I'm using my 4G, so it might not be the best, but I couldn't get my Wi-Fi to work. So can everyone see okay and hear okay? Just let me know in the chat. Oh, this is so cool seeing all of you in here. Okay, so anyway, I thought being a digital colorist that I would try and revert back to using traditional mediums. So I haven't touched any of my colouring stuff for absolutely ages. And I thought, you know what, in tribute of Deborah Muller and everything that she's going through, and obviously the creepy colouring collab that I've organised, I thought I would go ahead and give it a go. So I'm not using anything amazing. I have these Touch 5 markers, which are kind of like rip-off Copic markers. I do have some polychromos open, but I don't ever use them, so I don't know how well I'm going to get on with those. And I've got my trusty Prismacolors. So yeah, you can kind of see what it's like from a beginner's perspective to colour stuff in. So my plan with this page is basically just to wing it and see what happens. And I'm I'm basically going to lie down a kind of base color using the Touch 5 markers, and then I'm going to go in and add, so you can see I've tested it here. I'm going to add in some details using the pencils. So I know this is a sort of method that Nicola Tagger uses a lot. So she's the admin in our group. And her work is always amazing, but I am not going to be doing anything amazing, Christ. This is just me enjoying myself and having an hour to myself, because I don't ever actually get to sit and colour, so this is super nice. Is anyone else colouring anything tonight? If you are, I hope it's Deborah Muller's pages. It was all a bit of a mad rush trying to get this live stream together, because obviously I had the Wi-Fi issues, which I'm just trying to wrap my head around. I don't know what's gone on. I think it just decided to play up because it knew I was doing my first live stream. And then I had to put Archie to bed, so I did bath and bedtime really quickly as soon as I got in from the gym. And then, yeah, just rushed upstairs to set this up. I'm really glad that I got all my colouring supplies out early, because I think I would have been super late then. Oh, Kimmy K has ordered Touch 5 markers as well. The only thing I'm going to say is that I've not used these for a while, but I've hardly used them at all, and to me it seems like they're drying out, but I have stored them flat, so I don't know why that would happen. Like, you can see here that I'm kind of struggling to get this red down because the tip has dried out, so I don't know if I've done something wrong. Anyone got any advice? I know that a few people use markers in the group, so I wonder if I've done something wrong in storing them flat. I'm not sure. Hi Melanie, happy to have you on board. And Tiana, oh, you're doing my collab page, that's sweet. And yes, definitely do a Deborah Muller one soon. I can't even imagine what it's like, because when I interviewed her, I'm going to switch because this red pen is doing my head in now. Yeah, when I interviewed her, I just thought, oh, she's so sweet. And I remember her saying like her husband was her soulmate. And then when I heard the news that he'd just passed, like out of the blue, I was like, oh no. So I sent her a little voice message on Facebook, just like, and I kind of ummed and ahed about doing it because I thought I don't want to come across as being like nosy or intrusive, but I just sent her a message saying like, you know, we're all thinking of you, and if there's anything that any of us can do to help you out to get through this time, then please let us know. But otherwise, I'm just sending you lots of love and, you know, sending prayers for you and your family. So, poor Deborah. So yeah, I thought it was a really nice thing that the colouring community came up with. So everyone is using that hashtag, we love you Deborah Muller, hashtag we love you Deborah Muller, and sharing their pages everywhere, so that when Deborah logs in next, she can see that we've all been thinking about her. So yeah, bless her little cottons. Ooh, Storybook Darling pics. That's Kelly Horton's book, isn't it? I've interviewed her as well. She's really cool. And I love her little darlings, like, series that she's got. I'm not very good at drawing people, so it's quite nice to see someone else who draws them in a bit of a quirky way, like me. I'm not like Laura Rafferty, who is just bloody amazing at portraits and anything realistic. She's so talented. Okay, so me being a lefty, I'm going to have to turn this page around now because my hand away. Do we have any other lefties in this group? You'll know my struggle. because you have to be really careful with like your hand getting in the way and smudging things. And I totally appreciate that this is not any colouring that you would see, say, Sammy or Colour with Claire do. I'm not at that level. But I thought I'd give it a go. And to be honest, I think it's quite nice to see it from a beginner's perspective again, because everyone spends so long like finessing their skills and showing their amazing pictures in the colouring community, which is very inspirational to look at, I must admit. But sometimes it's nice to do something simple, isn't it? Yeah, Kimmy's just said, Laura is pretty awesome. Yeah, she is, and she's super sweet as well. I was speaking to her the other day, and she's just so down to earth, and she's just so talented. She is literally amazing at colouring, amazing at drawing. I found out that she does BMXing. I was like, wow, is there anything you don't do? Bye, Vero. I always feel like I pronounce your name wrong. You'll have to let me know. Yeah, so Kimmy, these touch vibes, I'm not showing them in their best light right now because all of mine are dried out. I'm going to persevere. I'm determined. I think I will invest in some Copics though. I think these ones do blend okay. I think like the colour that's shown on the nib here, some of them actually look like the colour that you're using, but then half of them don't. So I definitely recommend doing a swatch sheet before you get stuck in with them, because otherwise you could potentially end up ruining some of your pictures. I'm literally just switching through loads of reds right now because all of mine are dried out. Yeah, I'm still learning colouring as well, to be honest. I mean, I know I do all of my digital stuff, so I have definitely learned a lot in the digital environment. But the one thing about colouring with traditional mediums is that you have that thing of like, if you make a mistake, then you're kind of screwed. And I've just made a mistake there because I don't think this little bit here is meant to be hair. But I'm going to palm it off as that anyway. I'm sure it'll be fine. So yeah, any mistakes that you make with traditional colouring, you kind of have to be creative and try and rescue it. Oh, how are the is it Arteza? How are the Arteza ones? Because I had them in my Amazon basket and I was hovering over the buy button thinking I might have them for this live stream. But then I thought, no, don't buy them just in case you don't actually like them. Oh, hey Sarah. I don't know if I said hello to you. I didn't see you pop on the stream. I hope the rest of your day went okay. Yeah, and if you want to learn how to use digital, Kimmy, then I would say if you can handle the learning curve of Procreate, then that is going to give you the most flexible colouring experience, because there's loads of like brushes and different pencils and pens and things that you can use, and obviously loads of colours, and you can add your own textures and stuff. And you pay for it once, so I think the app costs like £10 or something. and then that's it, that's yours forever, and you can just import your own colouring pages into it, or just do your own drawing on it, whatever you want to do. Hi Fluffy Bear, I'm not sure who you are. But hello anyway, good evening. And yeah, sorry, carrying on with what I was saying. The Pigment app is actually amazing as well, but obviously that's a subscription. So if you're happy to pay each month to get access to all of the kind of premium colouring pages and the premium tools, then that is definitely worth doing. I'm on Pigment. You can find doodles from the den on there, or 10 of the images anyway. They're a really lovely company. Very, very good to work with their artists. They actually support them rather than say, can you give us some of your pictures for free for exposure? So yeah, I enjoyed working with them after having a bad experience with other apps. Tiana said she had the same problem with the hair. I think I'm going to do probably a black or really dark background anyway, so I should be able to cover it up if I make a mistake. It's funny actually, because when I'm drawing pictures, I never think about what it's going to be like to colour in. So I feel like, oh yeah, I automatically know where everything goes and what's what. But then I have had people message me like, what is this bit meant to be here? I'm like, obviously it's this or this. But yeah, when you don't have any kind of knowledge of the story behind the page, then it can be a bit confusing. Yeah, Kimmy, Procreate would be, it would be my opinion. It's my opinion that Procreate is the better one, but there is more of a learning curve. But I can, if there's anything in particular that you want to learn, I can definitely do some little videos in our group and just show you stuff. Charlotte Zodiac Reed, she has got the Procreate app, I think, and she does some digital colouring in that. I think she was getting on okay with it. It's just one of those, like, when everyone says that, digital is easy and it's cheating, it's really, really not. It's really hard. But once you get used to it, a bit like anything, once you put the hours in, it all starts getting a bit easier. Right, now I have to see if I've missed... Oh no, there's hair here, isn't there? Yeah, so a few people saying that the Arteza markers are good then. Arteza. That's going to bug me. I think it's Arteza. I really want to contact them and say, like, can I do a live stream with your pens? Just to see if I can get them for free. Is that bad? I don't think I have enough followers though for that. You need to be Colour with Claire standard. Okay, I think I've got all the hair. So I just need to quickly swatch these because I'm not sure which is which. I'm going to use my Prismas now. Oh, I've not used pencils for so long that I'm feeling a little bit out of my depths. Charlotte, how have you still got no volume? Does anyone know why Charlotte might not have any volume on her thing? Is it something that I'm doing wrong? Because obviously I'm a newbie to this, so I don't know if I need to press any buttons to make it work for Charlotte. Thanks, Kimmy. And that's what I thought. It must be maybe something on her device that she's using that's not pressed up properly. Or maybe do you have to click on, you can tap on the image itself on the video, and is there any buttons there? Oh. Oh dear. Oh, now I feel bad. Well, if everyone else can hear me okay, then Charlotte's just having a moment. I'm out of suggestions. Kind of makes me sad that my video is making my colours look really rubbish. I swear it doesn't look as bad as this in real life. This is my favourite pencil, this cream one. I always use it for blending. And you can tell that it's my favourite as well. So I'm not trying to do anything too fancy with this, but I've done a little bit of darker colours here to add a little bit of kind of shadowy areas, and then where the hair would be having a bit of light here, I'm just doing this creamy colour. Oh my gosh, time goes so fast on a live stream. I've only got until 8 o'clock. Ah. My husband was moaning, saying that I don't spend enough time with him. What time is it anyway, where you guys are? Because it's coming up to 7:30 in the UK, but, you know, where are you viewing from and what's the time over there? Oh, thanks for that suggestion, Sarah Jane. Charlotte, can you hear everything now then? Were you just having a bit of a moment? So funny. Well done on getting the boyfriend to put Zach to sleep. That is a good idea. I did bedtime duties just because Archie seems to go asleep a little bit quicker when I put him up. I don't know why. Probably just because he's used to me doing it. 2:24 New York time. I'm assuming that's the afternoon, but if it's the morning, then you're hardcore, Charlotte. Oh, so a few of you. Okay, so we have New York, Orlando, Florida. Oh my God, amazing. Michigan, so you're all in the same time zone. And 11:30 a.m. in Washington. Oh, nice and early. So funny, isn't it? Like the concept of time and how it changes depending on where you're from. And don't worry, Charlotte, I have plenty of blonde moments all the time. I did say earlier, which you wouldn't have caught, but my Wi-Fi decided to not work, so I'm streaming from my phone using my 4G, which means that the stream quality might not be as good, and also it might kind of get laggy or take some time to buffer. So sorry about that. I will try and iron out any kinks for next time. But this is my first one. So it was totally expected. And I'm just so lucky that you guys are really understanding. Oh, and also, obviously, you saw that I posted in the club about switching payment platform and stuff like that. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who has emailed already and said that they're happy to do that. I was on a bit of a roll with moving people over earlier, but now that Archie is in bed and I'm doing this, after I've done this, I need to spend some time with the hubby, I think. Because because he's feeling neglected. He's cooking our tea at the moment. And then I might join him in having a cheeky glass of wine. Oh, bless you. Thanks, Kimmy. I used to get called Kimmy when I was in secondary school. And then, like, as I've got older, because I'm 31, people have stopped calling me that now. And I think it's because they probably see me as, like, a woman. But I quite like Kimmy as a nickname. Kimmy is a lush name. One of my best friends was called Kim. Okay, this colour is not working. But because I've started, I'm just going to carry on anyway, because if it's not consistent, it will really bug me. See, if I wasn't doing a live stream, I'd probably be using that, I don't know if you saw it, the work in progress colour tracker thing that I put in the club, because I hate it if I leave a work in progress pic and then come back to it, say, months later, and I have no idea which colours were used. And that's something that happens quite a lot for me because I don't get to sit down and just colour. And I've got this really gorgeous book that someone from the colouring community gifted me. And I was on a roll with it, doing this really beautiful portrait, and I was really loving the picture. And I couldn't be bothered to write down the pens and pencils that I was using. And then I left it, and it's half done, and I know I won't ever finish it now because my kind of perfectionist in me won't be able to get over the fact that the colours will be slightly different. Would anyone be interested in, say, on another live stream, me doing digital colouring? Or would that be boring? Because obviously you guys all do traditional, don't you? Yes, I'm with you on that one, Charlotte, because this is the first colouring page that I've done using pens and pencils. I was like, I want to do something that's like not realistic. So I was toying with the idea of doing Kelly O'Gorman's picture, but you know, Kelly's work is so detailed and would kind of put pressure on me to colour it in looking really fantastic. So yeah, I thought this Deborah Muller one is perfect because it's relevant with everything that's going on, and also where her style isn't realistic, it just makes me feel like I could, you know, go in with whatever I want to do really, and I could just block colour and I would probably still be really happy with the outcome. I don't know, do you guys ever get that? Are there any artists that you find quite difficult to colour in, or like you don't feel inspired to colour in their pictures because you're kind of scared that you're going to ruin their work? Ooh, people would like to see digital colouring. This is good. Who would have thought? I'm a nightmare for being heavy-handed with Prismacolors as well. I just can't help myself. I just love seeing the vibrant colour like straight away. Oh, scared to death to colour it in. Yeah, I can totally see why. And Kirby, his work, oh my gosh, he is incredible. But again, like for me, I find his work amazing to look at just in black and white, but I wouldn't necessarily want to colour it in because it would just be a bit too full on for me. Oh yeah, and Mariela Budek. Oh my gosh. I really want to try and get an interview with her because Like she appeared on the colouring scene and then like all of a sudden she's like taking it over. She's incredible. So Jasmine Beckett Griffith. Oh, I don't think her pictures are that. I think her pictures look quite fun to colour. Funny, isn't it? Everyone's got different kind of preferences and like comfort zones. I've got the Kirby Roseanne's. I did have it behind me actually, but I've obviously packed it away. I've got his like sketchbook one where he kind of talks a little bit about his process and stuff. It's just amazing. He must spend so long on each picture. I actually don't know how he has the patience because even with colouring, there's probably a cap on how long I can spend on something before I start getting sick of looking at it. So I don't know if you guys saw the fairy hideaway picture for the club that I did. I was about 3/4 of the way through that and probably about 40 hours of colouring in, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even know if I can finish this. And it was only because I knew that I had to post it in the club that I was like, oh god, I better do it. So yeah, sometimes simple is just better for me anyway. But then you do get the colorists that just love all the super detailed stuff, but that is not me. I'm trying to. Who out of this call is going? Is anyone going to the bath thingy, the Colouring Heaven event? I don't think any of you are because. Oh no, Tiana, you're going, aren't you? I'm definitely gonna try and get a cheeky selfie with Jasmine. But like part of me feels a little bit scared to ask her because I know she's probably gonna get really annoyed with everyone wanting selfies. But it's got to be done. Has to be done. And I really want to try and vlog some of it as well. But I did ask Jenny Cook, who is the Colouring Heaven editor. I did say, are we allowed to bring cameras and film stuff? And I think she basically said, like, it's fine to kind of film around the venue and stuff like that, but you can't film once you're inside of the class, which I guess is fair enough because people have paid to go to that class and learn something. So I guess they don't want anyone filming the entire thing, which I wouldn't do anyway. But I just feel like the people that aren't going, you know, like some of the people in the club, it would be fun if they could just see like a little highlight reel of everything, you know. Oh, Tiana's just said Jasmine will gladly take pictures with you, and that's because Tiana went and saw her in Glastonbury. And I think we should all give Tiana a big round of applause because I think that was her first long distance drive. So, hooray, Tiana! I've not been driving that long, so I do empathise with, you know, the long journeys and the motorways and stuff when you're quite a new driver. Plus, there are so many idiots on the road, but, you know, let's not talk about that. My hair looks really rubbish on the camera, but it actually looks better right now, I promise. I'll post a picture after because this looks rubbish on here. Oh, Charlotte, I hate driving as well. Like, genuinely hate it. And ever since having Archie, because I've got my mum's old car, so she gave it to me as a. She gave it to me for free, and she said it was absolutely fine. And then since having it, I've ended up having to pay about £1,500 on it because everything just decided to go wrong. So I was a bit annoyed at that. But also, I just don't feel safe driving actually around in it. I'll do little local trips and stuff, but other than that, yeah, there's no way I'm going on the motorway with him. No way. I would if my husband was there, because for some reason I feel safer, even though he's not the one driving. I guess it's just moral support. That's so funny. Yeah, what is it with family members giving us their cars and then something going wrong with them? My mum was like, "Oh, I had no idea there was anything wrong with it." I was like, "Are you sure?" The best thing is that she gave it to me as a wedding gift. So actually, my wedding gift cost me money. That's funny that you mentioned sat navs because how the hell did like the generations before us get around without sat nav? Like how? I just don't get it. I've had to Google how to get to my friend's house before, and she's like 2 seconds down the road. But yeah, I know that my hubby's mum and dad, they used to drive everywhere using maps. Can you imagine having to use a map in the car, like getting a physical map out and trying to read it? I mean, that's the stuff of divorces. Do you know what I mean? Hey, Sammy. Oh gosh, the pressure's on. Expert Sammy has joined us, guys. Don't be judging my work, Sammy. I'm not very good with pencils. I'm just winging it. I'm not even talking about what I'm doing, to be honest. What are you cooking, Sammy? I've got dinner on the go, but hubby's doing it, not me. Oh, check you out with your healthy chicken stir fry. I don't even know what I'm having, to be honest, because I just eat whatever I'm given. I'm not the cook in our house. I can just about rustle up beans on toast. But no, in all seriousness, I am trying to eat a little bit healthier. So, that's kind of what inspired the self-care challenge thing that I started in the group, because I've been using, pregnancy and stuff as a bit of an excuse to just eat rubbish. But that's all well and good for a little while, but after a while you kind of notice that your energy levels and stuff aren't good, and then when you're not getting enough sleep and stuff, you just end up feeling really rubbish. And when I'm tired and not eating good food, I just end up, my mental health can kind of suffer a little bit, I guess. So just trying to do the right thing and look after myself a little bit more. And that's why, even though I didn't want to go to the gym tonight, I did force myself to go. And granted, it wasn't the best workout, but I made the effort and I got over there. Got a little bit of a sweat on, got my heart rate up. Oh, everyone's having really nice food. I could totally eat sausage chips. Yes. With some nice, like, thick gravy with it as well. Yummy. But yeah, baked chicken, mashed potatoes, and asparagus. That's probably the sort of thing that I should be eating because that's super healthy. If you could all eat one food for the rest of your life, what would you choose? And like, you wouldn't put on any weight either. You'd just stay a healthy weight and everything would be all good. What would be your go-to food? I wasn't going to say my answer first because I wanted to see if someone else would say it. And yeah, I'm with you, Charlotte. Mine would be chocolate as well. I absolutely love it. I can eat bars and bars of it. And I'm talking like the big bars that are made for sharing. I will eat one of those to myself because, I don't share chocolate. End of. God, chicken. Oh my days. That's so healthy. Don't be healthy. Say something naughty. Although I guess you could have like fried chicken, so that isn't healthy, but god damn, it is nice. Yeah, chicken and bacon pasta bake. That sounds amazing. I could eat that as well. But yeah, I think I'm just more of a sweet person over savory. And I'll eat so much sweet stuff in one sitting that I literally feel really sick. And I kind of regret it afterwards. But when I'm eating it, I'm like, wow, this is heaven. It's so annoying that chocolate can't be one of your 5 day. But I'm a great believer in like everything in moderation. So I do try and eat, something sweet every single day. So if I want a few chocolate biscuits with a cup of tea, then I'll definitely do that. Because otherwise, if you stop yourself eating the things that you love, then you just end up craving them and then you binge on it. Well, I have anyway. So I know you guys, well, yeah, you probably know that I had eating disorder when I was younger. So I used to starve myself. And I got out of that eventually. But then what happened was I got really into the gym. And so I would train really, really, really hard and be on a diet at the same time, but actually eating this time. But I would just restrict calories and stuff. And then, at the end of the week, I would just end up doing a massive binge eating session. So I went from not eating at all to going on this like diet and binge cycle. So yeah, it's really not good. And now I have a much healthier relationship with food, which I'm really thankful for because it's partly my husband who kind of helped me get through that as well because he loves cooking. So he kind of changed my mind on food and made me realize that food can be something that can be enjoyed and really pleasurable and not just something that I can like punish myself with or reward myself with. So, I mean, I'm sure some of you can relate to some extent because the diet culture is so prevalent. It actually makes me not want to bring, if I was to have another child and it was a little girl, I'd be so careful about what I taught her growing up because I just wouldn't want her to get sucked into all of that because it's not nice. Not nice at all. My gosh, I can't believe how long this colouring has taken me. You just forget, don't you? Like I do digital so much, which does take ages and ages as well, mind you, but pencils, wow. I had visions of me getting about 3/4 of this page done tonight. Clearly not. I think I don't know if you guys would be interested in me doing a monthly live stream like this where we just get together and chat. But if you are, then I'll probably try and do 2 hours. I think that's a little bit better than an hour. An hour just seems to go too quick. Ooh, Charlotte Beldop, did you get your books that I sent the other day? Because I sent your winnings, the by Charlie's Handbook. Did you get them? I was meant to send you the tracking code and I completely forgot. I've still got it in my purse and I've not checked if it's got there or not. Oh no. Okay. Well, hopefully it'll be with you soon because I did send it like quite a while ago. I'll try and send I'll try and send the tracking code to you so you can just keep an eye on it. But I think, you know, in the next couple of days it should definitely arrive. It doesn't normally take that long to send over to the States. Normally like 5 to 7 days. But generally most of my packages that I send over there tend to get there within the 5-day mark, so hopefully that'll be the case for you. Ooh, yay! Tiana would like a monthly live stream. So would people prefer 2 hours then? I think the only problem I might have is that I have to try and adjust the times because doing it on a Sunday evening for me probably isn't ideal because I can't keep neglecting my husband. But I don't know, maybe I could do it one evening in the week, so like this sort of time, but on a weeknight. But I guess then you guys would be at work. Oh, I don't know. Hard decisions. Because I did think about doing it in the morning, my time, on the weekend, so maybe like 10 o'clock on a Sunday. But then when I checked the times, like for where you guys are from, I was like, oh no, that's going to be ridiculous o'clock for them. So it kind of makes it impossible. The only other option I can think is to maybe set up 2 different live stream dates and times. One which is for like the UKers and the people in Europe and stuff, and then another one that is better suited to the people that are in the States and that side of the pond. Actually, Sammy, how do you do it? Because obviously you stream all the time, don't you? So do you just kind of do it on what fits in with your schedule, or do you have a slot set up that you stick to and then everyone knows when to get there? Saturdays, like basically weekends, I think they can work as long as I schedule it well in advance and let my husband know, because then he can, you know, just get out the house and do something so he's not bored, like waiting around for me to have an evening with him. But I mean, for my schedule personally, an evening in the week would be better suited to me. But I will take on board all feedback and then obviously put some plans in place with the hubby and let him know. He can join us. Oh my gosh, yes, I would actually love it if he would do colouring. But not everyone has a husband that colours. But I think it was it Heidi in the group that said that her husband had picked up the Dreamcatcher colouring page. Like, how amazing is that? We just need to get him in the group now. I would make my husband join our group so you could all check him out. He's well funny, but he's not on Facebook, which I quite like. Oh my gosh, I have no idea what I'm doing with this hair, guys. I'm just doing anything. And then I keep noticing bits that I've like missed out or done the wrong mix of colours. Ah, dropping my pencils. Oh man, it's almost 8 o'clock. What is going on? Guys, I don't even want to leave. Like, I'm getting too in the zone and, like, I've got to go in a minute. Oh, rubbish. Oh, yeah, oh my God. Yes, see you on Saturday, Ruthie. The thing is, right, this is the only thing that I'm scared about colouring Heaven event. But I'm not bothered about, the tutorial and things like that because I already know that I'm going to be rubbish. And I guess the whole point is that I'm going there to learn. But I'm like genuinely scared about meeting everyone because it's just going to be a bit awkward if like I don't recognize you instantly. Do you know what I mean? So some people obviously look different to their profile pictures, or they've got like their cat as their profile picture, and then I'm going to be like, do I know that person? But yeah, anyone, just literally, if you see me, feel free to just come up and be like, hey, I'm blah, blah, blah. So that we don't have to like just stare at each other for ages wondering like, do we know each other? And obviously there is the pre-event with myself, Sammy, and Colour with Claire. So hopefully you guys will be going along. Well, not everyone obviously, but hopefully the people that are going to that will be to the pre-event as well, because then we can at least get the intros out of the way and have a big hug. I'm blatantly not going to do any colouring, by the way. I'm just going to get a coffee and stuff my face with cake. I will save my colouring energy for when I'm in the class. Although Colour with Claire did say she was going to bring along some of her colouring supplies, and I did say, can you bring along your Arteza markers, because I do want to have a go with those. But I don't mind if she doesn't, because it's obviously quite a lot of stuff to carry in, isn't it? She already does enough for the colouring community as it is, bless her. But yeah, we have Sammy to thank for this, really, because it was kind of her idea. But I think Sammy had the idea as well as me. So I saw that everyone in my club was saying like, oh yeah, we're going. Because I remember doing the live vid when I was walking along with Archie that day, and I was like, I've just bought tickets and you guys need to go. And then I saw that Sammy was doing an event, and I was like, oh my God, Sammy, let's team up and just like turn this into one big thing. So yeah, I don't know how many people are actually going to the pre-event, but if you are, then that's just going to be awesome to do that, because believe it or not, I am, slightly anxious in social settings. Not massively, but with new people, I am a little bit, scared. Oh, I'm sorry I can't stay for any longer. I feel really mean. You guys have all been amazing and like come and helped me on my first live stream and put up with my technical glitches. And Charlotte was a lemon and couldn't get her sound on her screen, bless her. And yeah, and now I've got to go in a minute. I'm quite glad that other people are saying that they're worried, well, not worried, but a little bit nervous about meeting everyone as well, because you know, the colouring community is really lovely anyway, and everyone's really friendly and stuff, but I think most people in the colouring community, I mean, I don't want to speak out of turn because I'm just one person, but from my experience, like a lot of them are quite either introvert or, you know, just quite quiet or shy people. And so you get loads of quiet and shy people in a room, and it's like, who talks first? But hopefully, with people like Sammy around, she'll be forcing us all to mingle because she's like little Miss Chatterbox, bless her. Sammy was really lovely, actually, weren't you, hon? You helped me out with this live stream and sent me some useful videos on how to set it up and stuff. And I swear to God, without Sammy helping me out, I actually would have not had a clue. So yeah, thank you so much. I think I might just try and stay until I finish his hair, because if I don't finish this before I get off this live stream, it's gonna bug the hell out of me. So I'm just gonna rush it now. It'll still look alright. I'm quite looking forward to doing the skin because, and I purposely coloured her in green because that's how I did my little Miss Vampenstein. And when I was colouring that digitally, it took me ages and I'd made a lot of mistakes and I was erasing stuff and redoing it over and over. And it's going to be quite a challenge to just do it using pencils. So I might watch Colour with Claire's tutorial because she took my digital design and then did, like, I think she did Prismacolors. She did a tutorial with that. So I think if I watch that and then try and apply it to this, that will be quite good. Oh, thank you, Kimmy. I'm not very good at colouring with pencils, so I'm actually not too upset with how this has turned out. Like I said, the video doesn't really do it any justice. The colours do actually look alright. The blending's not very good, mind. I need to try and find something to wear next weekend as well, because all I wear at the moment is like my maternity clothes. And it'd be nice if I could wear something a little bit less mumsy and actually try and turn up more like myself. I did have my hair done, was it yesterday? Might have been the day before. And I paid loads of money, well, not loads, but I paid my usual amount of money to get my hair done. And I swear I came out and it looked the same. I was so annoyed. It's getting quite long now, though. I've been trying to grow my hair for years. And it's finally at a length where I really love it. And then my friend has gone and done the opposite and she's chopped off all of her hair. So she had beautiful, long, dark hair. And she chopped it all off and she's got a little pixie crop. But it actually looks really cute. But I just don't have the guts for that. And, you know, being a mum as well, I like to just shove it up in a messy bun when I can't be bothered to do it. So long hair for life. I can hear my husband listening to stuff on Brexit. I hate politics, I genuinely do. And I'm so sick of hearing about Brexit as well. It's doing my head in. You guys in the States, you're kind of lucky you don't have to deal with all that. I just like to live in my little bubble, really, and think everything's perfect and happy and lovely. Hence the Creative Happy Life Club, to be honest. Oh, I'm not colouring this side as good because I'm trying to rush it, but it'll be alright. Oh, whoops. My head knocked the camera. Has anyone had any like crazy hairstyles then? I did hair modelling at one stage, and I've had grey hair, purple hair, black hair with pink on the ends. That was actually inspired by Beyonce. Well, actually, Destiny's Child, when they did the Bootylicious video and she had blonde hair with pink on the end, I was like, I want that. But I had black with pink on the end. What else have I had? I've had like a gingery red sort of colour as well. But the worst hairstyle I've ever had is when I was younger, and I mean like really young, so probably about 12. My mum took me to the hairdressers. No, I must have been younger than that, maybe 7 or 8. She took me to the hairdressers and was like, can you make her hair more manageable? Because at that time I had really lovely long blonde hair, and this is probably why I want to grow it now as an adult. So yeah, she took me there. I have my lovely long blonde hair, and she said to the hairdresser, can you make it more manageable because it's driving me insane brushing it all the time. I can't stand it. And then the hairdresser literally cut it all off. And I'm not talking like a nice classic bob or anything like that, or shoulder length. No. She chopped it all off. So it was really, really, really short, which now would probably be quite fashionable. But at the time, you know, I walked out the store and I just cried my eyes out. So I was like, Mum, what have you done? It was soul destroying. And then when I went into school, all the kids started calling me lesbian, and I had no idea what that even meant at the time, because I was quite a, you know, young and naive, innocent little girl, I guess, and everyone kept calling me lesbian, and I was like, what does that even mean? And now looking back, I just think, wow, kids, eh? So blooming cruel. But I think, you know, that traumatized me so much, and now that's why I'm like, I must grow my hair long. I can never chop it off. Definitely have an emotional attachment to my hair. Right, I'm just going to quickly blend this a little bit to make it look less rubbish, and then I will go and see my husband. That's not bad. I'm only a few minutes over. He won't mind. Oh, I've loved this. This has been really fun. It wasn't like my original thing was going to be to have everyone on video chat, because I found some software that could do it. But then when I tested it with a couple of other people, it just kept crashing all the time. And I was like, that is going to be rubbish. So as nice as the idea is, it's just better to have you guys in the chat and then only one video streaming, because obviously trying to stream everyone's video at the same time would be pretty full on, I guess. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I've enjoyed having a little natter with all of you. And I've really enjoyed just sitting down and doing colouring for an hour, really, because like I said, I don't ever really do this with normal pencils. I always do it on my iPad. So it's been quite nice to just carve out that time and enjoy using the traditional stuff. I think when I you know, later on in this picture, once I get like my gel pens out and the Posca pen and all of that, I think I'll quite like where this is going. So yeah. Well, I'm going to love you and leave you. I'm going to go and give my hubby a nice hug and tell him that I'm back and he can have me for the rest of the evening. But I would definitely organise another one of these, because it would be really nice to chat to you more. And if this is a regular thing each month, if I can get a kind of set time each month, so you guys kind of know when it is and you can plan around it. That would be awesome. And yeah, just thank you all for coming along and watching my first live stream. I was very nervous before this, and you guys made it totally chill and lovely. So, yes, thank you so, so much. And, you guys over the pond, enjoy the rest of your day and whatever you've got planned. And then, us in the UK, we're probably going to be going off to bed soon. So, yeah, take care, everyone, and I will see you in the club. And, yeah, see you very soon, my lovelies. Bye.